Hi, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Agents of AI. Today, we are joined by a anonymous pirate who is going to share a little bit more details about who they are so that hopefully you can guess before we reveal their identity at the end. But my name is Peter Stubbe. I work with Capto. This is Capto's official podcast, again, called Agents of AI, where we enjoy featuring financial professionals, AI thought leaders, and people that we really believe can be helpful in advancing the future of agentic AI as aligned with our own work. So enough about me and enough about Capto. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Spotify, where this will be posted for more. But Mr. Pirate, would you mind just introducing yourself? But a quick reminder, please don't tell us your name.
Of course. Thanks for having me, Peter. It's a pleasure being on a podcast. Well, I'm out of Europe, and I've been working in finance for more than 25 years now. Um, Currently, I'm CEO of my own company, managing partner per se. So throughout the years, I've been doing company restructuring for a big group in Bulgaria, southeastern Europe. So our job was actually fix and sell portfolio companies there. Later on, I completely switched and went into venture capital. I joined one of the first venture capital funds in Southeast Europe, and of course that was a completely different field than handling well-established mainstream businesses and trying to turn around and actually jumping into something completely different, like working with young entrepreneurs. And back in the days, all the tech entrepreneurs were really young guys trying to build something. It's a little bit different now. You got serial entrepreneurs, you got really experienced guys who know how to build and sell products and companies. So it was a challenge back in the days. And then later on, I joined a company which was US based, been there CEO, CFO for around 5 years. It has international operations. And then this was the time when I decided, okay, it's time for actually give it a third try and start my own business for a third time. Basically, the first two failed. But this last third try actually worked very well. So I'm running a CFO as a service company right now with my partners, my team, and it worked out real well.
Great. Well, thank you. And thanks for that background. It sounds like you've taken the career path that a lot of successful professionals have taken, and like starting earlier in your career at those larger established organizations and building your way up to, a CFO role, and then now taking that expertise and, almost in a kind of like what would be the word, like a charitable type of way. I know that you make money with your business, but in a charitable type of way, build up other, entrepreneurs and CFOs. And that's really exciting. And then the other exciting part that I would point out about your background, Mr. Pirate, is that you are based in Bulgaria, which is really exciting and an important part of the Capto journey as well too. Is we're real enthusiasts of the European tech revolution. So If you don't mind going into a little bit more detail about your career and working in finance, we feel very strongly that it's an area that deserves more praise and support and just all sorts of positivity, I would say. And so from your perspective, what do you enjoy working in finance most? Like, what motivates you most about working in a finance role? And yeah, we would love to hear.
To be honest, Peter, the most I learned was outside of finance.
Mm,
Throughout my years doing the company turnarounds, and over those period of time, I joined companies not only as CFO but also as a CEO.
mm,
And this was the time when I learned to take decisions. I learned to take risks, stand behind my decisions, and actually either succeed or fall with them. And that's probably the greatest experience that I had, that I later on brought to finance.
mm,
And now I bring that to my customers. And the idea here is that when you have um, a complex problem with a lot of layers, and when you know that you need to take decision over that, what you need to do is actually simplify that. And people in finance try to overcomplicate it even more than it is, at a point that they engage. So you got to peel it off, get to the core, and take decision based on the most important information that you have there.
mm,
So what I'm trying to say is that by being forced to take my decisions during my years as CEO and company restructuring, I learned that I need to simplify stuff. I need to simplify the information and everything that I engage in order to take the right decision. Otherwise, I'll be wrong.
nice.
And this is probably the biggest problem of people working in finance. They have the urge to even overcomplicate the problems instead of trying to really peel out all the noise and present something simple for the board or for managers to actually take decision on.
Okay, well, I think that that's a really good segue to kind of like a related follow-up here is, what do you feel like is something that's underappreciated about people in financial roles, whether that's yourself, somebody who has experience in diverse elements in organizations, or you've even held the CEO position, but in general, for financial practitioners, what do you think the rest of the org maybe doesn't really value, and what can we bring to light that they should? Yeah.
That's a tough one. It really depends on the personality um, of the financial guy on the driver's seat,
Mm,
in my opinion. Um, uh, Once again, if you approach a problem and make it more complicated, this becomes kind of a administrative work, and it is
mm,
perceived as administrative work. While I really believe that finance, and this is probably the underappreciated part, finance is about taking decision. It's about management. It's not about administration.
mm,
So I believe that most of the CFOs needs to focus on that, and basically focus on, we have three letters in CFO. Most people focus on finance, but I really believe that they should focus on chief.
mm.
So this is where the true value stays.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that when you are a financial professional and you're able to translate your knowledge and your understanding to real decisions for the other executives that might not have that depth of understanding. I think that that's, the crown jewel of what a real financial leader means, right? And
Exactly.
which leads us to our kind of pivot towards talking about AI. And I think that again we're continuing on a pathway of good segues here, because I'll say it, but I hope that this doesn't dictate your entire answer. Obviously AI is helping financial professionals pivot more towards that strategic and decision-making role by just, removing that administrative layer or helping to alleviate that administrative layer. But it brings me to my, first simple question, like, when did you start using AI and how did you start using it? Just so let's start from the very beginning. Yeah.
Well, basically, I remember it was either October or November, a few years ago when they started ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine, actually a customer of mine, it was a friend back in the day, still a friend, but we worked together as well. So he told me about that. I said, check it out. So since that day, since the very beginning of ChatGPT, I try to dedicate a few minutes a day at least to actually interact,
Yeah.
to understand a little bit better what might be the applications of this new wave of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Because sooner or later, I truly believe that this will change the way we work in finance. To be honest, I still don't know how, but honestly, but my thinking is again in direction of simplification,
Mm.
because the next big thing, during the 90s, and I'm 1980, born 1980. Here's another hint.
Yeah.
So um, during the 90s, late 90s, beginning of 21st century, basically the big thing with the internet was that you get much more information much easily. You have access to that.
Yeah.
And before that it was libraries, books, whatever you can borrow. You need to talk to people. This is how you collect information. Later on,
Yeah.
um, we we got this crazy amount of information coming in, and I believe that now this is becoming a burden in a
Mm.
way. So now we need to actually kill off that information in a way, simplify it, and actually be able to get this information and make use of it, because it's so much at this
Yeah.
point that it's kind of a useless. And this is where AI comes into play. We need to take a step back. That's to really simplify and compress. Probably this is the best expression. Compress this information so we can make use of it. And same in finance. It's
Yeah.
no different at all. You got to get to the core. Otherwise, you're doing administrative work that nobody cares.
Nice, nice. And so on this daily journey that you have of getting better with AI, and I think that for a lot of people listening, if I would say, the majority of people have started exploring. What are you've already kind of hinted at it. Your focus, it seems like you're focusing on just like simplifying the impact of AI. But what do you want to use it for next? And I would challenge you to even think aspirationally of like, okay, once I figure this out, like what can this do for me one day? What is your like what would be your crowning achievement in leveraging AI?
Uh, I believe that I believe that AI, and we're talking Gen AI,
Yeah.
so basically, I wouldn't I wouldn't use it for compressing text only and
Mm,
information in terms of text only, but it can work very well to generate codes
mm,
that can help with the compression of this information, let's say database.
yeah.
So most people just use it as a communication type, or Google search or whatsoever. But this is just the simple way to approach that.
Got it.
Uh, I believe that forcing it to create a code, custom code for your needs, so it can manipulate information and extract what you need, is really the next thing that I want to see. And this is something that I'd really want to see in finance.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I know that all your financial peers and clients will appreciate that insight. And we have one final question for you before we kind of wrap up with a fun tradition and then a big ending where we will reveal your identity. For those other people that are listening and they haven't had the benefit of that friend that told them to go explore AI and work with AI like you had a few years ago, what would be your advice? Be that friend. Where should they start? Like it's completely foreign to them. Do you have any favorite resources aside from going straight to the tools themselves? Where can people begin in a way that will get them up to speed?
Um, Make it simple.
Yep.
Just play with it. Get on ChatGPT, Google Gemini, whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Start interacting.
Yeah.
And some people are afraid of that, and this is absolutely normal. And since the beginning of humanity, it is like that. Everything new in the beginning is how should I put it? Is feared,
Mm-hmm.
and is really not perceived well in the very beginning. But whatever it is, just make it playful. Go on a website, start communicating with it, and you'll surely start enjoying it. I promise about that. And you'll get prepared that way because
Yeah.
it is coming
Yeah.
one way or another.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you for that encouragement and advice. Let's wrap. We have a final kind of like fun tradition, Mr. Pirate. The name of the program is Agents of AI, and our final ask of you is: do you have a peer, a thought leader, an influencer, or somebody else that you would like to recommend as a agent of AI, or so you'd like to nominate as an agent of AI? Either somebody that deserves that crown or could be our next guest. Would love to hear a recommendation from you.
I would recommend a Bulgarian guy,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah, I'm biased.
Yeah. Yeah. Have to be. Yep.
His name is Hristo Popov.
Okay.
He's the CEO of Fast Track,
Cool.
and he's one of the most influential people I have heard on communicating and talking over media, podcast, and um, uh, any way possible. So that's really a person that I would love to see as an agent of AI on your podcast.
Thank you. It would be an honor to have them. We will do our very best to get their attention so that hopefully they join us. But all right. So the big ending that everybody gets excited for, if you want to go ahead and access your background settings again there, Mr. Pirate. If you remove it, it should reveal your identity. There we are. Okay. You know what? I won't even say your name and details. Go ahead, introduce yourself, your company, more about you, please. The floor is yours. Yeah.
My name is Peter Iliev. I'm founder and CEO of FinDep. We do CFOs as a service. We have customers pretty much all around the world: US, Europe, UK, Bulgaria. Of course, we are based out of Bulgaria. Yeah, it was a pleasure being on this podcast and talking to you, Peter.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Peter. It's really important for us to have somebody like yourself that's so invested in such a, I would say, twofold. One, you have the deep expertise and experience you have for CFOs. So please, if you're a financial professional, please connect with Peter, and we'll share all of his details and different social media accounts when we release this episode. But to the Bulgarian portion of your life and history, Peter, is super important and inspiring us to us here at Capto, because a lot of our team resides there and is building our business in that region as well. So for those reasons, we thank you so much for being a featured guest of the show, and we'll wrap for now. Everybody keep an eye out. We're going to tease Peter's insights anonymously first, but then reveal his identity soon after. So please follow my account, Capto's account, all the different areas to stay in touch. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful. Bye, everyone.